and welcome. I'm Celeste.
And I'm Laura.
And on this week's episode of Let's Talk Now, Laura and I got to do something fun and unique. We caught up with media veteran Jenny Seaton. And Jenny's a busy woman, so we caught her right before her show, Afternoons with Jenny at Curtin FM, and that was fun.
So much fun. We also got out of the studio again this week for our amazing event coverage, which we always do. So it was twice out. It was great.
Yeah, and then we have the amazing Carrie from JDRF, and she's chatting to us about type 1 diabetes and what JDRF does for type 1 diabetes.
And then we wrap up with our good friend Shelley coming in, telling us how to keep our skin fresh and ready for the summer, and also some nutrition advice to keep the insides healthy as well. So with that said, sit back, relax, and let's talk now.
And I always enjoy our community segment highlighting women that are doing things in WA. And it was really fun to catch up with media veteran Jenny Seaton and chat with her.
Yeah, she told us a few of her secrets.
Not all her secrets.
That's right. Let's have a look.
On Let's Talk Now, we're always trying to highlight women that are making an impact within the community. And who better than to sit with Miss Jenny Seaton?
I feel very embarrassed by that. I guess, you know, when everyone's been around in their career for a long time, you start to get a bit of a status. You know, you guys will. Give it time. No, you all will. Everyone does, because they enter royalty.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I keep saying to a lot of young people that they're coming through, you know, you don't stay young forever. This is your future, and that's what you'll end up, you know, being like. So you get some young people going, oh, you know, everyone's too old. You'll be here one day.
Well, if this is what my future looks like, sign me up. I'm all about that.
That's very nice of you.
And Perth has such a high turnover in the media, but you've managed to be here for so long, and can just say you look amazing.
Oh, that's really very nice of you, you know. And I've got to say that everyone, I think, could or should, if they feel that way, should try and be the best they can. Number one, you feel better about yourself. People respect the fact that you make an effort to when you go out. I mean, I know everyone's into torn jeans and everything like that, and I don't knock that. That looks fine. But when they have the back of their trousers hanging down on their rear end, I sort of draw the line. If I was a mother, I'd be behind them, picking them up. But Dr. Andrew Clark from Mirror Clinic here in West Perth, he is the very, very best. Couldn't recommend him highly enough. He's a man that does cosmetic procedures, but he does it in such a subtle and professional way that I just wouldn't recommend it. I don't go to anyone else. And I go to Andrew not that often, to be honest, because he doesn't ever overdo anything. I mean, I'd prefer to have because ageing makes you feel awful when you get up in the morning. You think, oh, no, it's not me. It's my mother. No. But Andrew will just gently give you something that he thinks you need, and for whatever reason, it just lasts. So I really only go to Andrew probably once every couple of years, perhaps, and he does a little bit of Botox there, which just lifts the eyebrows up just gently. He doesn't do that. He does a little bit of filler down in here, I believe. I don't know, he just pricks away. And he turns a frown into a smile. You know, basically that's what women, I think, should take advantage of. We get our hair coloured. Not everyone, people get their nails done. They do all sorts of beauty treatments and spend probably a lot of money with cosmetics that they buy. But unless you feel sort of a little bit uplifted, it sort of gets a little bit wasted, I think, you know. So there's nothing wrong. And men, I mean, there's a lot of men in the corporate world that get the jowls taken out. Now, if it's there now. It's harmless as long as you get the right people. Like I say, Andrew's very quiet. He just goes about his business and you walk out going, oh, okay, that feels all right. Doesn't hurt. He doesn't hurt.
And, you know, like you were saying, you're all about feeling good about yourself. And do you have any tips for women? You know, we do, as we age, we are very critical on ourselves. But from an emotional perspective as well, what are some of the tips, besides looking fabulous, you know, you exude?
Well, there's more to looking okay. It's how you feel. Don't try too hard to impress people. I think connecting with people verbally and everything is really, really important. The minute you don't treat them like you do yourself, like you'd like to be treated, it's gone, it's over. So you've got to be able to listen to people. You know, when I'm interviewing, I make sure that they're heard. I don't interrupt. I don't talk over the top deliberately because it's just bad manners to do that. And a lot of people are very much wanting to be heard. They tend to sort of interrupt, oh, my story's better than yours. And they do that, and it's one of my pet peeves when I hear people do that to others. So respect for each other is really important, I think. But it's also your lifestyle. You know, I mean, I get to work about 6:45 in the morning, so I get up about 5. So I tend to have a glass of wine when the news is on. I spill the wine all over me when I fall asleep. So I'll never have a drinking problem because I spill it all, and all the next day I'm drying out the couch. So yeah, there's been some fantastic times over the years working with the big animals that never spoke, you know, Kingsley Koala and Fat Cat and all those great characters. John Farnham, very funny story very quickly with John Farnham. This was years ago at Channel 7. He had just released another album, and he'd been also in Superstar, Jesus Christ Superstar. And I said, you know, John, you were great in that production. He said, oh, no, I'm really just a singer. No, you were so good. He was Jesus Christ in it, you see. And I said, you were so convincing in your role, and I had a split second to think of what the word was. You were so convincing, I just wanted to flatulate. What in fact I really wanted to be able to say was genuflect or flagellate. And I mixed the two. And this is live television.
Oh my goodness.
And we just collapsed. The whole crew collapsed. His manager, Glenn Wheatley, you heard this scream. There was a silence for just a second. And everyone just, what did she say? And the realisation, and he often still refers back to that if I ever speak to him. Yeah.
That is so great. And Jenny, how did you balance it all? How did you balance all the different roles that you were playing essentially from a career perspective as well as a personal perspective?
Well, that's true. And I used to drag my son around a lot. If I had to work and he has to sleep on the floor, there you go. You just do that. They get used to it. I used to, when my son is now 50, believe it or not, but he was little, I started doing the weather on the weekends when I first started, and he used to get held in the airlock. There were 2 doors to go in the studio, and I'd look around. He was only 18 months old, and he was like, ah! As I'm doing the weather live, I could see him scream. Couldn't hear him, but see him screeching. But they get used to it. He slept on the floor of the radio station. 6AX years ago, I did mid-dawn for a while. It's okay. It's your life. You have to earn. A girl's got to eat, you know. Now, when I was at 6PR with Gary Carvot, the first day he came into the studio with me, I was expecting to be very sedate because he's always come across that way. And he said to me, well, I've always wanted to ask you this. I said, oh, yeah, what is that? Do you remember your first romantic encounter? And I thought, oh, heavens, what the heck have we got here? He was a bit more explicit than that. Not dramatically explicit, but inclined that way. Anyway, the management came down. I said, Gary, for goodness sake. Anyway, the management came down, the noses were up against the window because the phones went crazy. We had everyone ringing up telling us did they remember their first romantic encounter. At the end of the session, this went on for about an hour, a lady rang up. She said, darling, I'm 89. Don't remember my last, let alone my first. It was a bit more, but people were just loving this opportunity to share this stuff, and Gary was a bit that way inclined. He'd sort of pushed me to places I probably should have gone. I think my mother went bright red that day.
Thank you so much for sitting with us. I mean, absolutely gorgeous and smart. And
thank you very much.
And maybe one day you can interview us.
yeah!
Yeah, when you're famous and you have a big story to tell.
Yeah!
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you.
So we thought we'd do something different for our events today, something that we've never done before. Isn't that right, Celeste?
It was pretty crazy.
It's good. Let's check it out. So when I'm not at the LTN office, I'm here at my second home, Genesis Fitness. So for this week's events, I thought I'd bring Celeste to come and do a workout. Thanks to our friends at Unfinished Business for the cool gym threads. You can find their info on our website. All right, Celeste, let's go check it out. Alrighty, so today Celeste is going to be doing Coaching Zone. Coaching Zone is one of the amazing programs here at Genesis Fitness. I'm actually going to be teaching a pump class because they have all the greatest Les Mills classes too. So are you excited about Coaching Zone?
I'm excited, but I'm nervous, Laura. Are you sure I'm going to be fit enough? I don't know if I'm in shape.
Coaching Zone is for every level, every fitness level. We'll be using the MyZone technology, so you'll be wearing a heart rate monitor. It's a 45-minute program with strength, conditioning and cardio all mixed into one. You're going to have so much fun. So I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of the trainers here. It's a personalised training program, small group, and I'm going to go do pump and I'll see you afterwards.
I'm excited. See you in a minute.
So Celeste, how'd you go?
I loved it. I mean, I felt like we did a little bit of cardio. We did definitely some strength training. And Kim, the instructor, was fabulous. I mean, she helped me with all of my forms and making sure that, you know, I wasn't, even when I was fatigued, making sure that I was properly doing full extensions and things. So it was fabulous. I love it. I'm definitely coming back.
Excellent. If you guys want to come down here, all you have to do is mention Let's Talk Now at Genesis Fitness here in Bentley and grab yourself a 2-week free Coaching Zone pass.
And let us know on Facebook and maybe I'll join you.
We'll see you there.
We love going out and being in our great city of Perth. So yeah, but we'll be back after this break.